In 1974, a unique bequest of 47 prestige caps and headdresses from Central Africa's Congo River Basin was made to the Metropolitan Museum of Art's Costume Institute. This bequest came from Lily Dachet, the French-American milliner whose inventive designs dominated the American and French fashion scenes from the 1930s to the 1950s. Each piece, in the diverse range of objects, was crafted and worn by members of the Kuba and other groups united under the Bushongo Kingdom in modern-day Democratic Republic of the Congo. These objects exemplify the rich variety of creative regalia that mark the status and initiation of members into various title-holding societies in the region. The more elaborate the combination of feathers, shells, animal skins, and beads adorning such unique creations, the higher the status of the society member. The most elaborate headdresses were reserved for kings and chiefs as part of the royal regalia. Nearly all Kuba headwear have been based upon a type of simple domed cap worn on the crown of the head and held in place with a metal pin. Men received these small raffia hats, called laket mission, upon completion of an initiation process that signaled their transformation into mature members of Kuba society. The diverse headwear that originally served as utilitarian forms of personal adornment, status, and ceremonial dress were transformed in the Western context into coveted art objects after being removed by force or trade from this territory in Africa, brutally colonized under the rule of Belgium's King Leopold II. First displayed in Europe at the 1931 International Colonial Exhibition in Paris, the headdresses next appeared in the 1937 exhibition La Mode au Congo at Charles Retton's Paris Gallery. Retton, a preeminent dealer in the indigenous arts of Africa, Oceania, and the Americas in Paris, was an avid collector of Congolese headwear, a predilection likely influenced by growing up with a father who was a milliner. The Mode au Congo exhibition played an important role in the process through which African material culture was assimilated into the world of high fashion. Within days of the show's opening, articles in the French press and beyond celebrated the fashionable nature of the unusual exhibition and the elegance of the objects featured. Lily Dachet responded in kind. Within 2 months after the close of the Mode au Congo exhibition, she purchased the collection of headdresses, which then inspired her own designs. Both the original headdresses and her creations were featured in a Life magazine article of September 13, 1937, titled, "Africa's Belgian Congo Sets the Style in Hats for American Women." The focus now shifted from the original headdresses to the practice of the milliner. The hats also inspired an unusual series of 35 photographs by the artist Man Ray, in which various models posed wearing selected headdresses from this collection. The model most frequently appearing in this series is Adrien Fidelin, the Guadeloupean dancer and model who had become Man Ray's companion in 1935. In contrast with the relatively static poses of the white models, the 9 compositions in which Fidelin appears reveal a far more animated and exoticized participant. When the photos were published in the September 15, 1937 issue of Harper's Bazaar, Fidelin became the first Black model to be featured on the pages of a major American fashion magazine, however disguised as a Congolese. She is staged to evoke the fashionable so-called African native extolled in the article's headline. Fidelin was, until recently, a figure on the outer margins of history's fashion, surrealism, and even in the canon of Man Ray subjects. Now, almost 20 years after she passed away in obscurity in the south of France, she appeared in the New York Times series of obituaries of previously overlooked individuals. Although she is again showcased in the same Man Ray photograph from his Mode au Congo series reproduced earlier in Harper's Bazaar, she is no longer an anonymous figure illustrating a fantasy narrative, but rather is the subject of her own story. As we revisit the storied collection of these Congolese headdresses today, we have the opportunity to rethink the history of these objects through a new lens. Their long journey from the Congo to the Met and all the stops in between reveals the syncretic nature of modern fashion and the multifaceted role played in its development by different African cultures.